not you, Big. Don't worry. I'm going into big mode with Big Me and Little Map. Okay, well, we are back. We are back, and I left the recording on right the way through that, so it's going to have a whole lot of music. But don't worry, I will sort it out in preparation for YouTube later on. So, well done, guys. Excellent battle. Billy Bob, I hope you're marking off your bullets again. I don't know, does the sheet do it automatically?
No, it's not doing it, but I'm writing it down as I go. Okay,
so as you can remember, you have got one guy down here, a mage that actually stunned himself to death, I think. Well, he's not dead, he's just heavily stunned. And that's all you've got. And everybody, I think, is uninjured.
For the first time ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woohoo! Let's stop! Let's stop!
Hang on, they were only gang members.
It's so funny because Fhaze is running around with his med kit going, no, can I use, no. He's just trying to stick this med kit into anybody.
He goes upstairs and finds the guy that Billy Bob blew the head off.
Yeah, he's like, oh, no, this will work.
Doesn't fit.
Chugawugga,
oh wait, it's upside down.
Can I just say, Fhaze, I'm still disappointed that you emptied. Did you really empty that glass? Because it was about half full last time we played. I'm sure about it.
Which glass? Your tip jar?
Yeah.
I
think it restarts every session.
Oh, I wonder whether or not it starts every new month, every 4 weeks or something like that.
Or
yeah,
maybe
I think that's how it works.
Asked for a refund because you didn't turn up on Saturday.
I was poorly.
You see the bits coming up out the
You see people's hands going in and saying,
My bits, thank you.
that'll be it. Well, that'll teach you. Look, he's checking now to make sure nobody's refunded.
They replied to my text. So, okay then. So,
what did they say?
What did they say?
No, it's fine. They just said they don't want to see it ever again. So that's fine. Oh. Okay then. So, what would you like to do? Yeah. Fill up.
Yes. What?
Everyone's just pausing and waiting for Echo's bits.
Some of them missed.
Oh, they're not landing on my head, are they?
Yeah. That would be so funny. Thank you, Echoer.
Two of them landed square on the top of the head.
Yeah, I think we should make one for Chugawugga so when they actually miss, he can actually drop it on his head. Thank you, Echoer. That looks miles better than that. It looks like I'm popular again. I know it's just a Trid illusion. It's just a Trid phantasm. Okay, guys, you've got this this guy who is unconscious, and you've got the car. So, what would you like to do?
How long? So, from what we know at the moment, Big B's been Billy Bob's been blasting away with a hand cannon.
Yeah.
I know we're in sort of like a garage, but how far? Is there any residential places around? You know, is somebody going to call the police or?
Well, if you remember, it's more like
I know it's over by the docks.
Yeah, and it was more sort of like a container. So the probably were sounds that were probably known a lot around here with moving crates, etc. I think the more important thing was that I did mention that somebody was on
one of the gangers made a call.
Yeah. So that might be a more a better way, a thing to be concerned about.
Okay, well, our job was. So I'm going to go around.
Everybody's talking at the same time. No one's talking.
Yeah, we had to take a picture of the engine / disable whatever it was we identified that was silly. So I'm going to pass Billy Bob, as is the only one with mechanic skill, I think.
I'm just going to go pop the bonnet.
I'll go around. I'll pop the hood so you can have a look in.
Pop the hood.
So yeah, I'm going to pass Billy Bob the camera, and then I'm going to go and see if I can find something to tie up this mage and blindfold him as well.
Yeah. Okay, and probably knock him out. Because
he's already knocked out.
Yeah, but remember, even if he comes round, if you blindfold him, he can astrally percept.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He can even astrally project.
Thing is, he's not going to be he's not going to be up anytime soon, is he? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
He
is
might
he going to be?
He might have sat on a stim patch. You never know. You can keep.
I wouldn't.
You can keep an eye on him. Just out of interest, Carrot, as you walk across to the mage, you notice on here and on here on the other table as well. There's 2 boxes, small boxes of Jamil bugs and scorpion peppers. And exactly what you saw from for delivered to you. Exactly the same.
So in that case, after I've tied and blindfolded the mage, I want to go and have a look at those boxes.
Okay then.
Just take a few.
I'm gonna go out front. I'm gonna keep watch. I can't.
Well, how much? Because you popped the hood, and because this is all happening at that time, so you pop the hood, and then Billy Bob opens it. Now it's really interesting, Billy Bob, when you look inside the entrance in the engine. And Fhaze, you have some. Do you have mechanic? No. So
I just have basic driving.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, as you walk past wherever you're going, you notice this as well, that the engines is there, and there seems to be something missing from the inside. There's sort of like this block that's about, can you see this? About this wide and this high. And it's got like a metal, the metal casing is still there for as it would sort of like fit into it. And there's all sort of like leads that looks like it would click onto it and sort of like attach it, but it's literally empty. It's literally not there. It's gone. Just roll a mechanic roll.
Skill.
When you say you want to go out front, Fhaze, which way did you want to go?
I want to this way.
Sorry.
So through the door, so that I can keep an eye on the main.
Sorry, I was zoomed right the way in. Past the dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 2 6.
Because that's where the front of the building was, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know whether or not you meant where Rusty Rose.
No, because I think if anybody's going to come, they're going to come from where I'm going, if you see what I mean, rather than the other way.
Okay then. So you can move yourself down there.
I just want to keep an eye out.
Yeah, so like peeping around the door every now and again. Yes, Billy Bob, you think there's definitely something missing. Well done. You think it's some kind of catalyst for the fuel that almost like acts as if it would boost the combustion power of the fuel, probably making it burn higher at higher levels, which probably would produce more almost like engine power. And you can see it's connected to the petrol and the engine where the pistons are, etc. So you think this will probably basically, to put it in layman's term for Fhaze and Carrot, you probably think that it would make this car go faster. And by the size of it, you probably think quite a lot faster.
But it's missing at the moment.
It certainly is.
Can I have a look inside the car?
Yeah, by all means.
And have a look, see if there's any nitrous bottles or switches.
Yeah, roll a perception roll and I'll let you know what's actually in there.
Perception.
Carrot and Fhaze, is there anything you guys would like to do?
And so I know all this, I take it, but with
3.
With Billy Bob saying.
Yeah. Remember, there are some rooms up on the catwalk, and there are some. So here, these are sort of like alcoves that are sort of like underneath the catwalk, and then up here, there's rooms as well. So what I'm saying is that you haven't completely searched the garage.
Okay. So is the Firebird mage tied and blindfolded then?
Yes, yeah, he's quite. You find some
Cool.
plastic tape, etc., from around about the place, and he's blindfolded and gagged, and you do a nice bit of bondage work on him, and he's out now. You know.
Cool. In that case, as I know roughly what I'm looking for, I'm going to go and look in the various alcoves and things to see if I can find anything that's matching the size and rough description that Billy Bob has passed us.
Okay, Fhaze, what do you want to do?
Can I send a message through over the comms and ask them, say, can we find out where the car's been? Has it got something like a sat nav that we can sort of like see where it's come from? You know, sort of like its last journey that it's made, where it originally was from.
Okay, so and Billy Bob, you sort of like go in the back and you sort of like open up. Just to let you know, down the back of there's two front seats and there are two back seats, and down behind the two back seats there's a Remington room sweeper, which is like a shotgun. It's loaded as it is now. There's also a couple of armor vests behind there, and an extra box of rounds ammunition for the room sweeper. There's no sign of nitrous oxides or anything like that, and nothing else in the back or nothing else in the boot. Carrot, in these alcoves down below, they just seem to be more like workstations, so they tend to be those big things when you can pull out and there's tools in them and move things around, and there's wire and there's sort of like clips and there's jump leads and stuff like that. It seems to be more of a mechanical workstation on each of these. The second one, the one that Ewan has that on, the next one up is sort of like dedicated to paints and sprays and things like that. And the final one that is down at the bottom, it looks like it's got various pieces of material and looks like it's to do with interior stuff within the car.
I'm assuming Biggs told us that there's the Remington room sweeper, shotgun, and the armor jacket and stuff. I say, grab those. We want them.
Okay. Billy Bob, you can grab those if you wish.
Okay. I will do so.
Just remember, if you're carrying them, you won't be able to take any actions while you're actually carrying them. Fhaze, are you staying there?
I'm keeping an eye out. Yeah.
Okay. Billy Bob and Carrot, what would you like to do?
Have we taken the picture of the engine yet? I can't remember if anybody said that. You have.
Well, the thing that you think that you were meant to take the picture of looks like it's not there. It almost like looks.
I've took the picture anyway of the engine, because that's what they said they wanted.
They said a picture, and then if there was anything in there to disable it, if we could.
Yeah.
If not, the picture would be good enough. Is more or less what they said, if I remember.
So I've got.
I'm going to go and check on the mage, make sure he hasn't come around yet.
No, he's still out for the count.
Cool.
Can I put all this stuff by the back door in a neat little pile?
Yeah, by all means.
And I'm going to go up the stairs here and have a scout through the other rooms.
So as you can tell from the map, the first one, this seems to be two lots of toilets. The one that Fhaze was in before is the females. And then the one next to it, this one here, this is the male toilet. This seems to be a big long room with a whole load of shelves around it, and it seems to have nuts and bolts and screws and clips and everything like that. It seems to be sort of like almost like the small bits that you would use to build up a car. The next room along seems to be some kind of a kitchen. It has a stove up here and a fridge, and there seems to be tables to sit and eat at. And then this room here that's got the man with the blade through his head that is now done a lovely puddle around the floor, is like, it seems like a business person's room.
And there's nothing in any of these rooms that would suggest that there's something in that would fit in the spot where the car is.
Yeah, sorry, they're just telling me in the chat that my cursor, when I turn my head, is when you turn your cursor is on your forehead when you turn your head. So I have to make sure that, because I can't actually see when it's over my head. Phase, is it over my head now?
Yes, it is.
I can't
don't
see.
know. I can't see. I don't look at the.
When
I got the stream
Sugar
open.
we've got at the moment.
Yeah, I have your stream open, but I everything's covered.
I think
It's on Sugarwugger's throat.
Yeah.
It's my blade.
Yeah.
I can't actually see it. So I'll put it over there. Okay, yeah. So Billy Bob's made a little pile of goodies at the back. Carrot, you've looked upstairs. And
have we checked this little room here?
it looks like
no.
yeah, it looks like another office.
Okay. So perhaps they were waiting for. Perhaps they were waiting for the part to arrive.
Maybe. Check the boxes.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that there may be some Jamil bugs in there.
Did anybody check the car's navigation to see where it had been?
It doesn't have a sat nav attached to it. If you think about it, it's not likely to have anything like that because it's probably illegal. So they've probably taken any ID out. It won't be wireless. If it's going to be rigged at all, it would be rigged internally. But it actually looks quite old-fashioned. It looks like it's a typical Fast and Furious car with pedals. Pedals. These boxes on the table definitely have Jamil bugs in. You can see them slightly moving now and again because remember that they're, even when you cook them, they're still alive. And there's some scorpion peppers in there as well.
I'll call Billy Bob over. I'm going to keep guard at the door.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out for the other gangers. I'm going to give him one of my stim patches. I'll tell him to slap it on the mage and question him.
Okay.
Just find a blank bit of flesh, put the stim patch on and whack it.
Right.
I'm gonna stand next to Big as well, so I can help out if I need to.
I pull his pants down and I slap it on his.
Each to their own, Big. Each to their own.
So Big picks up the
do you want to take him up to the toilet?
Slap it on his back.
How many points does it return?
It's a rating 4, so it'll bring 4 boxes back.
Because he's at 11 at the moment.
Oh, wait. Can I pick my gun up before I do this?
Yeah, by all means.
Right, okay. So I've gone and picked my gun up and then I've...
So it'll take him down to 7. So he sort of like comes around and
But you're right, mate.
This is all a bad dream.
He goes,
I don't know what you're saying. Move your lips.
I think he's blindfolded and gagged, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rip the tape off his mouth. He's still blindfolded. I'm still going to keep him blindfolded.
Good. Can't cast magic now. Well,
on the same lines, you won't get your intimidation bonus because he can't see the size of you and that you've got a big gun.
Yeah, he won't get the bonus because all he hears is this voice saying, Will you please tell me everything I want to know? Or I'll slap you.
I'm also going to switch some astrally perceiving as well, just in case he decides to go limp and run away. And I can tell Pip, and you can just shoot him, and it's done.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
What skills I've got?
So I'm gonna ask him. What am I gonna ask him?
Ask him where the thingy is.
Why do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say what.
Why do you say? Ask him. Is this the way to Amarillo?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say, where's the missing part from the car?
Okay, so I would say that you're probably quite physically imposing at the moment. He's outnumbered, so we'll get +2. Character wielding a weapon +2. Character is causing or has... No, you're not causing him torture yet.
Would we get those, though?
Say,
because he's blindfolded.
I thought you had
but
removed...
Can I like...
I thought you had...
blindfold.
Can I like rub my knife across his face? Like,
He might think it's something else big.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, I thought you had removed the blindfold.
No,
I want to keep the blindfold on.
Then. So
just the gag is gone.
Yeah,
he's still tied up. And
I just want to rub my knife up and down his face.
That's cool. Rub away. Do you have a knife?
Yeah, my
hand blade.
Oh,
yeah.
so
I've got a knife.
So you've holstered your gun. Yeah.
Yeah, I've picked up my gun, holstered it, and I've got. That's why I've gone over and questioned him.
Need to get you a hammer.
Ooh, a mallet.
Oh no, just a drill. So you can just drill through his kneecap.
So you won't get any of the dice modifiers because you're physically imposing at all. The guy won't know whether or not he's outnumbered. He'll just know that he's 1-to-1. He will know that you're wielding a weapon. So that will be +2.
What if I get Longshanks to say something? Longshanks, Carrot to say something.
I kick him in the side, so he knows that there's a guy in front of him rubbing his knife on his face, and I kick him in the side quite hard.
Okay, then. So,
and he falls unconscious.
So hard he killed him.
So yeah, make your unarmed combat check.
Oh god!
Oh, this is when we want critical glitch.
Critical glitch, my leg falls off. Hang on,
Cramp.
Physical skills? No, not physical skills.
Could you just say something?
It's in the combat skills.
Combat skills. Unarmed combat. Do I get any situational modifiers?
No, he gets it, doesn't he? Chugga-wugga, because
yes.
he's prone. So I get -2 to my dodge pool, don't I?
Oh, okay.
I think that's right.
One success. And no glitch, which is good.
Yeah, so all of a sudden you whack your boot into this poor defenseless mage. What's the damage on that? Is it your strength?
Strength stun.
Yeah, so what's your strength?
The strength's fine. Strength's 1.
1.
I'm not strong at all.
+1 plus your added thing, so that's 1, so that's 2. So he just sort of like he'll roll his armor. So that's 2 points. So you actually kick him, and it sort of like whacks into his armor. It doesn't cause him any harm, and you hear him mutter underneath his breath.
That's all right. I just wanted to let him know I was there, really.
A simple hi would have been okay, you know.
Yes.
But on saying
I turn to Bazooka and just shrug. It's not bazooka. Billy Bob. I turn to Billy Bob and just shrug.
This is the best
So-
intimidation that I've ever
Me
seen.
and my friends want to know where's the part, where's the missing part to the car. Right, now he knows there's more than me.
Okay. So
And it's the kicks.
you've now got +2 to your roll, so go for it.
Right, so...
See, it was worth it.
So what am I rolling? Intimidation?
You just roll your intimidation, but add 2 when it asks for this situation.
Yeah. +2.
Intimidation, so I roll charisma plus willpower.
Well, that worked.
Charisma 6. What? You were so good at that. Yeah.
I didn't take the interrogation course.
Okay.
Intimidation.
He just...
Wow.
No, I just rolled it without the greater than, so he actually got 1 success, so he didn't critical glitch or anything. That's what I was checking. So he literally just sort of like says to you, you sort of like, tell me where, rah, 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 rah. And he just sort of like says, go away, little man.
The thing is, your intimidation works for you to get all the modifiers. You're an orc, so you're physically imposing. You have a big weapon, so we use that as a modifier.
Less of that on my stream, please.
You know, so those are the things that give you your advantage on interrogation. If the guy's blindfolded,
So he
We're
can't cast
losing-
spells at us.
yeah,
Because he was
but we
blast
also
spells.
lose the
Yeah.
interrogation side of it.
Could mind probe him.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was just reading what I could. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
No!
Probe him, Longshot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. My mind to your mind. Do the whole Vulcan mind trick thing. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
So Carrot goes like this, and all of a sudden you have a comm message that comes to all your comm links at the same time, and it comes up in a text message, and it seems to be from Clutch, and all it says update. Sat nav has gone missing. Coming to your location.
It's kind of fun at that location.
And Fhaze, you see that, you know, some of the cars that you saw down in the garage beforehand, you see them screaming down the road towards your location. It's obviously not. It's definitely the cars that were in the underground garage beforehand.
So it's the four-wheelers.
Yeah, it's definitely the four-wheelers. You recognise them straight away. And they sort of like screech up outside and sort of like all come round the door. And Clutch gets out and he comes straight out to all of you. And he just turns around to you and he says they've taken Sat Nav.
Who's sat nav?
He sort of like looks at you and says, the little kid. Sat Nav.
Gorgeous.
Who's taking him? Firebirds.
Don't know. I got a message from Sat Nav. Do you know why he's called Sat Nav?
Because he knows his way around.
Yeah. And he went off, and I told him not to go anywhere, and he started to follow someone, and he said he was following him, and somebody who apparently left this place some hours ago before you guys got here, and he said he followed him, and then he went off comms.
Where was the last time that? Has he got a communicator?
Sorry, are you talking?
Has sat nav got a communicator?
Are you asking that to?
Yeah.
He says no. He's got something better, and that's what his other reason why he's called Sat Nav.
He's got a vehicle control rig.
He looks at you and goes, no. We've implanted a transponder chip into him.
So you know where he is.
So we know where he is.
Oh, right. But that would mean that he was sat-nav rather than... Sat-nav is where you get told where to go, not where you know where something is.
They're gangers.
Oh, right.
Because he's got her. A vehicle control. No.
He's 8.
When he was born, we implanted a vehicle control into.
Oh, it gets done.
This while Clutch is talking to you, this female comes out of the car next to him and sort of like wanders up and stands next to Clutch and sort of like says, she turns to Clutch and says, I need some help with this one. And Clutch sort of like looks down at you, Fhaze, because you're only 5'7", and he looks down at you. Just roll a perception, Fhaze, for me. You notice that this woman is not human, but she's almost like trying to disguise it. And you notice that she's had her tusks sort of like shaved down a bit. So they just sort of like stick slightly over her mouth. And she seems to be wearing quite a lot of makeup that sort of like makes her skin really pale. And she's almost like in tight-fitting clothing that's almost like showing off her muscles, but actually trying to keep it in, if that makes sense.
Sure.
You probably think she's an orc, but she's probably trying to pass as human.
Got a date.
I just saw Billy Bob's face there when he said that. He just like...
She looks down at you, Fhaze, and she turns to Clutch and says, nah, not him. And she walks into the garage and looks around, and she sort of like says, she sort of like sees Billy Bob holding the mage with the mage's trousers down, and his hand on his bottom, and Carrot there going like this. And she looks at Carrot for a while, and then looks at Billy Bob and turns to Clutch and says, "I'll take him," and points at Billy Bob.
Can I ask Clutch whether or not anybody's they've lost the tracker completely? That Satnav has.
No, they know the location.
All right. Can he give me the transponder code or anything like that, so I can track it over the matrix?
He can actually give you the location. That's not a problem at all. But Clutch says there's another issue at the present moment in time. He says the Firebirds, they want to run tonight. They want to race tonight. Now.
Right.
He
do
looks.
you not have a car?
He looks into the garage as the orc woman and says, "But Handbrake needs somebody to ride shotgun with her." And he turns around and he sort of like looks down at you, and grins, and says, "I think she's found who she wants." As you look over,
is it Carrot?
No, Carrot's still there going.
Warming up the mind pro.
You see Handbrake just sort of like stood there with her hands on her hips. She's wearing almost like a vest-like top, and she has like almost like a utility belt on, and then trousers that are like combat trousers which are stuck into boots. She's almost like a Sigourney Weaver look-alike. And you know she's got a headset.
Billy Bob's just like, no, mate, I don't want her anymore.
She's obviously got a data jack in, and you're not too sure, Fhaze, but there was almost like a slight glint underneath her skin, which you think she probably have some kind of cyberware
reaction enhancers.
Carrot, just doing a sensing roll on her.
Hang on, I need to cancel my mind probe.
That's always difficult, isn't it?
Well, I clicked the.
No, we don't want to know. We don't.
It doesn't work.
Excuses.
There you go. There's your sensing test.
Yeah,
3.
She's definitely an orc. She's not magical. And she has various cyberware implanted. You figure some kind of cyberware within her head, and she's on some kind of armor plating underneath her skin in various places. She sort of like looks over to Billy Bob, and she just goes, "You, come with me."
I'll tell Clutch that the part's missing from the car anyway.
He sort of like says, fine, let's get this done. You go and get Satnav.
Cool.
Take your gleeful maid with you.
What's the location?
He sort of like pops it across to your transponders, to your comlinks. It seems to be roughly in the apartment area, similar to where you went to the supporting sanctuary place and Silverhorn. So hang on, I'll just move you across so you can see. Can you all see that now?
Yep.
So
yep.
It seems to be somewhere sort of like up here.
So more the high class area of Southside.
Yeah, definitely the high class area of Southside. Can't find me. Oh, it's over here. Are you taking Rusty Rose?
Yeah. Do they really? I'll ask Clutch whether or not he really needs Billy Bob for shotgun. He's our muscle.
He says that's what he's going to be. He says basically he thinks the Firebirds are going to make an attack on the actual race. And so they need somebody to protect the car. And actually, while Handbrake actually drives it, so Billy Bob will be the muscle running shotgun in the actual car. And plus, he's aware that he actually has some vehicle driving skills, because he saw him driving Rusty Rose into the.
Right. Okay. So me and to negotiate for more money, Carrot.
Yeah, do it.
This is
not part of the.
This is up and beyond what we normally be doing.
I'm just thinking out of character. He's going to be wanting to be quite quick, so he's probably not going to be wanting to negotiate too much, because he wants to get on and do his stuff.
So we could probably ask for anything that we wanted.
Yep. Go on then. What did you want to say, Big?
No, I was saying that we could like if this kid's so important, and like we've done our original job, so we should be getting 3,300 each. This is a different job altogether.
Okay.
Or maybe go down the route of saying, this is we'll do this as a favor, but can we? We might be able to get one as a contact, if you see what I mean.
Just to let you know, I am presuming that you're all huddled around in a little group talking about this. Obviously not in earshot. Nobody can hear you, but you're all sort of like hovering around and busy talking. You notice that Handbrake's left the garage, by the way.
Okay. So should we say sort of like we won't charge you, but we'll keep the Firebird's car that's here, and anything that we want, any loot, any stuff that we find, weapons or ammo, gun, money-wise, we'll keep, but we won't charge you. So that way,
the thing is, we're not going to be able to do. Let's just go, because we're not going to be able to do anything with the equipment at all, because even the guns will have an RFID tag on them. So we're not going to be able to do anything with it, if you see what I mean. We might get a bit for it fencing it off, but
wouldn't we be able to use the shotgun?
Well, yeah. I mean, who wants the shotgun?
Just to let you know, while you're discussing this, you almost like hear a gurgle cry from over this side of the thing, and you notice one of the four-wheel gangers, two of them, have just sort of like stuck their blades into the Firebird's neck, two of them at the same time, and now he's bleeding profusely over the floor as you discuss.
So okay. I've got the location of SatNav.
You do, yeah. Or you all have. You all have the location of SatNav.
Well, I'm just thinking because we've got some armored vests as well, so we could keep. I'm just saying we can keep the kit, just like keep the kit and get the car, so we've got a better car. Is what I'm saying. Instead of actually charging the four-wheelers to go and get SatNav, we just say, well, we'll keep the car and the stuff we found here.
Right. I mean, I'm all right keeping. I mean, you could keep the armor vest and the Remington, but I mean the car. I mean, that's going to attract a whole load of attention.
Okay. Yeah. Well, never mind the car. We'll just Okay. Yeah. We'll say.
But I mean, those things are ours anyway. Don't worry about it. We'll go for what we got. We're taking too long just to discuss it. I'll head for the car.
Cool. I agree. I say to Clutch, yeah, we'll do it. We're on our way. And I go and pick up the shotgun, the ammo, and the stuff, and put it in.
Just to let you know, Clutch is no longer in the garage.
Okay.
Yeah. So fine. I'm going to leave out the front door and head with Clutch.
Okay. Then. No, you're going with Handbrake.
Oh, Handbrake.
And she sort of like, you sort of like go out the door, and also there's this screech of tires, and this car whooshes round with the door open, and as it whooshes round, it comes round, it just puts you into the seat like that film. And you see that film with what's it called with Angelina Jolie?
And they shoot bullets around corners and stuff.
Handbrake does that. She just like pulls it round, pulls on the handbrake, it comes round, and all of a sudden you just see it. You just duck at the right time, and you just get into the seat, and the door slams behind you, and she shoots off, and she just looks at you. And she says, "Buckle up."
You should just take a picture of me.
She might have done.
Are you two taking the car?
We're taking Rosie, so I'm going to get in through the passenger side and shimmy across into the driver's.
Okay, that's absolutely
and I'll get in.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll get in the front seat.
I'll be texting them my location at the same time.
Okay, so what's going to happen here, guys? Two things.
Have I had many beers, or is big or blurry? Oh, that's better.
He went blurry, and then I think the camera was refocusing.
Sorry, that was my filter.
I'm thinking I've only had one bottle. It shouldn't be looking like that.
Okay, guys, what's going to happen here is that it's going to be almost like two things are going to be happening at once. So, Big, you're going to be in the car with Handbrake. And there's going to be various things happening. She's driving, so you're responsible for any other action. And I'll tell you what actually happens as we go along. And then Fhaze and Carrot, you will be going towards the apartment to try to rescue Satnav. Okay. What can you actually see on the screen now, guys?
Just
like a corridor
stairs.
with some stairs.
That is absolutely perfect then.
Are we getting the proper lighting?
So,
Yay! I'm getting dynamic lighting.
Big, and what I will presume that's happening is that you are communicating some kind of talk backwards and forwards, but you'll have to use 3 actions to do it. Okay. Then. So I'll go to guys. You can see that the apartment block is exactly how you see it, in the sense that there's a door. There's a door to enter. It's like a host madlock. So it's just like the support sanctuary apartments. So you'll actually it's actually down a floor. This is the first floor up. So in order to get in, Fhaze, you're going to have to hack the lock. But because it's about 2:00 in the morning now, that's not going to be a problem. There's nobody around. Carrot can probably stand guard as you jack straight into it.
Can we do a sort of like a drive-by first, just sort of go around the block and just keep an eye out. Make sure that there's nobody on, opposite corners or anything like that. Maybe keeping an eye out on the door.
So
and then maybe look for a suitable place to park the car. Something that I can maybe back it into so that we can get a quick.
Yeah, by all means. So this is just make your whatchamacallit. This is Handbrake's car, Big.
Ooh.
This is what you're riding in. Can you see that?
It's nowhere near as good as Rosie.
Okay, so this is what you're actually riding in all the time. So
Big, on your equipment list, put polyfiller down, because there's those bullet holes in there that we need to fill up on her.
Okay, so that, and you'll actually find yourself you're sat next to Handbrake in the car, and you seem to be at some kind of starting line, Big. And there's another very sleek black car similar to the one that you saw in the garage beforehand. And you notice that there's definitely 2 Firebirds in there grinning and laughing at you. Just make a perception roll for me, please. And Fhaze, can you just roll a vehicle roll to park your car? Yeah, they look quite high on something. What it is, you don't know. Okay. You notice that Handbrake reaches over. These are old-fashioned racing cars, so they're actually gear sticked, and so they actually have a gear. And she reaches over and she sort of like touches her leg and goes, "Sorry, big boy," and then puts it into first. Her hands on the handbrake, and a foot obviously down on the clutch, and she's just revving this engine, and you're just getting this soft vibration coming up through the car as it almost like purrs. And she looks at you and says, "Heated seats?"
Getting convoy. Never mind.
Fhaze, you go in, and then you sort of like you put it in, you take it out of gear, you put your handbrake on, and then you get out. The car's going forward. And you and Fhaze, you and Carrot get out and sort of like have a couple of slams at the door to make sure it's sort of like shut. And it's sort of like, oh yeah, and you sort of like think, yeah, that's quite good. That quite good parking. It's a bit like this, but you just sort of like, right, let's leave it.
It's done like that, so it's easier to get away. It's a getaway maneuver. That.
Okay, so
can I take my gun out of my holster and put it on my lap without anyone seeing?
Yeah, well, as you take it out, Handbrake goes, She looks down it straight away, and she just smiles at you and says, "Big boy."
I just wink.
And just as you turn to her and wink, she releases the clutch on the car, and you just feel yourself go back in the seat as this thing goes shooting off down the road. So it's dark. There's lights whizzing past all the time, and she sort of like quickly goes through the gears, and you notice that the digital counter, the speedometer, is quickly going up, and almost like instantly you're sort of like hitting over 100 miles per hour as you whiz down this back straight. Okay, Fhaze and Carrot, you are close to the door.
Cool.
There's nobody around. It's quite quiet.
There's
I'm going to keep an eye out
any
just in case.
cameras?
No, there's no cameras on the outside at all. It just seems to be a standard SIN lock.
From the location of the transponder, do we know which floor he's on? Or
Yeah, second floor. And if you could see the map, you know that he is in this room here.
Cool. So down the corridor, last left.
Depending which way you go, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ask Carrot to keep an eye out, and I'm going to mess about with my deck for a bit, and then I'm going to jack in directly into the lock.
Okay, then. So you need to hack on the fly in order to get a mark on this.
Yeah, and I'm just putting my programs in.
You're going to be hacking on the fly, which means I do intelligence and firewall. Okay, guys, I'm going to put your icons on the actual screen, because you're going to have to roll some initiatives for me at various points. So you're going to have to be able to see them. So I'm actually going to put you down here. Can you see yourselves down there?
Yep.
I'm assuming
But we're not actually there.
You're not actually there until, and Billy Bob, you'll always be there, but you won't actually be there until needed. Okay, let me just remove all that. Okay, so have you done your hack on the fly yet?
Are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah, I've done mine. Let's bring in an Overwatch score for you.
Yeah, 6 successes.
Do you have Baby Monitor running?
No, I've got Toolkit, and at the moment I'm running Exploit.
Okay. So you got...
Sorry, not. I've got Signal Scrub running to get rid of my noise, and then Exploit.
Okay, so yeah, so you get 6 successes, which easily gives you the mark on the lock, which means that you can now control action on it and open it.
Is this part of a host?
It probably is, if you wish to enter the host, but that would mean...
I just want to... can I get some more information about it? Can I see what rating it is?
It's a rating 6 lock.
Right. Which is pretty high, isn't it?
Okay, Billy Bob, you're in the car, and you can see that the other Firebird car is quite ahead of you. and you're sort of like weaving in and out of things as you go through, and Handbrake's doing a fantastic job of it. Every time it comes to a corner, she lives up to her name, and she sort of like clutches it down a gear and whacks on the handbrake to actually skid and strafe round the corners, and then immediately pops it back into gear and shoots off again. And you notice if you didn't have the chest harness on, you would be all over the place. But you do notice that out of your side mirror, there's actually a car coming up from the side. It looks very similar to the other Firebird car, but this was a one-on-one race, and it looks like the Firebirds have got friends. Right, guys, could you all roll initiative for me, please? Fhaze, did you click your character? Your token?
No.
It's all right. I'll add you.
19.
Ooh.
It's all right. You can have your 19. I can just add a turn for you. There you go. You can add your 19 now. Okay, cool. Okay, then. So, Fhaze, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Can I enter the host and I want to see whether or not I can see any cameras.
Okay, so you literally go into the host and you look round. There doesn't seem to be any cameras in here, but of course there might be hidden cameras. So you would have to do a matrix search, a matrix perception roll to see those if you would like to do that.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay then. Carrot, you're just sort of like stood outside, sort of like looking rather conspicuous at the present moment in time. No, you can't see any at all. There seems to be no hidden objects at all, Fhaze. Okay, Billy Bob, this car's getting really close, and you notice Handbrake smiles at you, and as she smiles at you, the window next to you goes.
I like this chick.
And she just looks at you and she says, "Feel free." What would you like to do?
Okay. How far away are they?
They're getting closer and closer. They're going to be in close range pretty soon. So you can probably fire at them. You can probably call shot, take a -4 and try to blow out a tire. A tire would really sort of like make them have to do a reaction check to actually sort of like lose, make sure that they don't lose control.
Can I do that then?
Yes,
please?
by all means. So you just, when it gets to your situation modifier, just put in -4.
Right. So, situation modifier -4. 2 successes.
Okay, just 1 second. I just need to get my my thingy bob up here. Not that one. Reaction plus it. Yeah, so as the car slowly moves in, it looks like they're going to try to knock you off the road. You just turn around with your Ruger and you just go like that at the tire. You get 2 successes on it. The car tries to swerve at the last moment, but you just hit it square on the front wheel, and the car suddenly drifts off to one side. It looks like it's going to come back, but you've definitely taken out the front wheel, the front tire. Okay, Carrot, is there anything you would like to do?
I'm going to. I'm just going to. Obviously, Chugwigger's playing around with the lock still, and I don't know if he's opened it yet or not. So I'm going to.
Is he in Hot
still
Sim?
keep an eye out.
Are you in Hot Sim?
No.
You're in AR.
No, I'm actually jacked into it, but I'm not hot sim. I'm VR, but I'm just normal.
You're cold sim.
Yeah.
So your body's limp then.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was just saying. So his body's sort of like, it's a bit like yours, Carrot, when you go into astral. Okay then.
Cool.
So
I'm just going to continue keeping a lookout then,
Okay,
and
then.
delaying an action if anybody comes.
Cool. Okay, Fhaze, it's your turn to roll, to act.
I'm going to control the device and
Okay, go for it.
open the lock. I've got a mark on it, haven't I?
Oh,
Yes, you do.
shoot. I need to change my initiative.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm just going to roll. I'm just going to carry on going round this to. What was your?
Oh, sorry, mine was 10.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it like this. Just
My
so
bad.
I make sure that everybody gets an action. So I'll tell you when to change anything. It's just It's just so it prevents me sort of like just talking to one of you. So I'm using it almost like a clock to sort of like say, right now, talk to Billy Bob, now talk to Carrot, now talk to Fhaze, rather than it ends up that I'm just talking to one of you and the other two are just sort of like sat there. So you all keep it involved in the game. Have you done your control device?
Yeah, I'm just checking up on something. I'm just making sure that my +2 modifier didn't work on, but it's only for hack on the flies. 4 successes.
Yeah, you've got control of the device, so you can now the door. I presume you want to open it.
Yeah.
So the door goes and opens. Okay, Billy Bob, this card coming in again. You probably need to hit this tire again.
So I'm using run flaps. So again,
Normally you would have -2 from attacking from a vehicle, but because both of you are running at the same point, you almost like Handbrake's doing a wonderful job of actually keeping you both level as the car comes in. You know, so she's obviously quite an expert driver at this.
okay. So I do the same again, -4, yeah?
-4 to call shot.
-4. 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, this time the car looks like it's going to ram you and it comes shooting in and you just reach over one more time. You just fire straight at the wheel and the wheel just goes and it absolutely explodes and the car veers off down a side street and you see, you hear sort of like a and it's like and you sort of like see a burst of flame as it sort of like veers off and crashes into something. Handbrake just smiles and goes at you, and the window goes bzzz and goes back up, and you feel the aircon come back on again, and sort of like cools you off. Carrot, what would you like to do?
I'm still gonna. Actually, hang on. Quick question. How far away is the car from the door? I can't remember.
Depends what you would like to do. If you tell me.
Well, I was going to go and grab an armored vest and stick an armored vest on.
Well,
as they were in with Rosie.
That would mean leaving Fhaze unconscious by the door.
Okay, never mind. I'll stay where I am then.
Okay.
It's fine. It's my bad. I should have said that earlier.
Okay. Right, Fhaze, you're up.
I'll switch down to AR mode and then jack out.
Okay. So that's simple action, isn't it, to jack out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll reboot my.
Okay.
The door's open, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you
I'll
guys?
I'll reboot my.
You guys going
deck.
in?
Yeah, I take it there's lifts and stairs.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Right, we'll take the stairs.
Okay, so Fhaze and you can both go in, and if you put yourselves on the stairs, I'm assuming that you're on the bottom floor, ready to go up to the second. Okay, so Billy Bob, it's your turn. Is there anything you would like to do?
No, right now I'm just gonna inform these Face and Carrot about the incident that we've just had.
Okay.
But apart from that, I'm just gonna enjoy the ride.
Okay. Okay. So your race continues with steep swerving. You're getting a bit jealous at the moment. Just roll a composure check.
Composure check.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you don't get too excited and start going yes as you go around the corner. Woo, 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 woo.
So fanboying out. 2 successes.
Yeah, right. You're fine. You're just like sat there. Yeah. Okay.
I just play it cool.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Okay, Carrot and Fhaze, you are up on the second floor now. Is there anything that you would like to do?
I'm not going to go for the door straight away. Is there like
you're just
a
on
glass thing?
You're just on this. Yeah, you just literally. It's just like a door onto the corridor.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend some time listening, see whether or not I can hear anything.
Okay, perception roll.
Or have a look. You know, if there's like a little glass panel in the door, like there sometimes is. You know, just see whether or not I can see anything.
Okay, perception roll.
Through that.
You can open the door slightly and have a look in. Yeah, that's fine.
Can we? Oh, no, never mind.
The corridor seems to be lit, as you can see on the map, but there's nothing else that you can't see anything else. It's just sort of
how are the doors locked? Is it another maglock on? So this door opposite here.
They seem to be sin locked.
Do they have a universal data port on them?
Yeah, all sin locks do.
Right. Okay.
Okay, Billy Bob, you're sort of like sat there looking cool with your gun in your hand, going yes, yeah, and all of a sudden the car goes boom like that, and handbrake goes shit like that. Just roll your agility and your reaction, please. So add them both together and roll that number of dice.
Okay. Reaction 6. Normal roll. 4 successes.
4 successes. Well, you're quite lucky because as the thing jolts, you actually manage to keep hold of your gun. Okay, and you notice that handbrake goes like that with the pedals and tries to increase the speed. You're probably hitting about 130 miles an hour now. And you glance over your shoulder, you look behind, and you notice that there's another Firebird car right behind you that has just rammed you from behind, and it looks you've moved off slightly, but it looks like it's going to take another go at you on the next round. Okay, so this is now I'm just going to, just for the sake of this, just to keep you all together, I'm going to come back now to Fhaze and Carrot. What would you like to do?
Does the corridor seem clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to.
Can I also poke my head round, do the same as Fhaze, but as actually perceiving to see if there's any mana barriers or barriers of any magical stuff down the corridor first?
Yeah. Which roll you're sensing?
Two successes.
Yeah, you actually notice, I'll draw it on for you. There's actually a mana barrier here. It actually goes completely round. It looks like it's been almost like a lodge that is actually going around everything. You figure it's probably on both planes as well with your 2 successes. And the other thing that I will say to you with your 2 successes is that it looks quite powerful. It doesn't look like the Firebird Mage put it there. It certainly doesn't look like that at all.
I feed that information back to Fhaze and also say it's going to have been a powerful magician, you know, a pretty skilled one to have done a mana barrier that strong. Not like the chap that we met in the garage.
I'll ask whether or not it's something I should be worried about. Can it affect me?
It's just to me, really, isn't it? It will affect.
Well, it'll probably, as you go through it, it'll probably stop things like you would have to your thing that is focusing your combat sense. That might stop it, and it might pull that off, and it might not go through.
But it wouldn't affect Fhaze in any way.
No, it wouldn't affect Fhaze at all.
I say something similar along those lines to Fhaze. In that case, I say not really. It'll affect my spell that I have up at the moment. Depending on, it might wipe that. But we'll see.
If you went through it in Astral, it would be more dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
So is that what it's there for? Is it to stop astral people go? Is it to stop mages going in?
Pretty much.
All right.
Are you asking me or Carrot? Sorry.
A Carrot.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong in Will's out of game, but yeah, pretty much it's to stop me snooping like I have done in the past.
Correct.
Right, so, I mean, we already know that Satnav's followed somebody who he shouldn't have done. I mean, this place is obviously not a ganger's residence, so whoever it is either has hired the Firebirds to do something, or is helping.
Okay, Billy Bob, what would you like to do? We're back in your car.
And they're behind us, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to ram you again.
Okay, so I'm going to ask her to hold it as steady as she can as I climb out through the window, and I'm going to aim it.
Okay.
At the driver.
Okay, that is going
to be...
Or
the driver's side window.
Okay, so you're actually going to take -4 if you're calling shot, plus -2 because you're firing from a vehicle. So you're going to have -6 for that shot. Or you can probably aim at the vehicle and then do... Right. And then just... So you aim, you'll get +1, then get -2 for firing from the vehicle, but you won't be able to specify where you're hitting.
Okay.
So it depends how many dice are you rolling?
And
you could pre-edge it, which means, I think Chugga will go tell me if I'm wrong, if you pre-edge it, any things that
it takes the limit off, and every success, if it's a 6, it gets rolled again and classes as another dice. So say, for example, you roll 3 dice, and they all come up 6s, it would automatically roll those dice again. And if another one came up a 6, it would roll it again, and it would add on all the results.
Do you not automatically get 4 successes though?
No, that's if you actually spend edge, and you lose it completely.
Yeah. Alternatively, Big, you could take the -6, roll it, and then once you see what you've got, you can edge it. So anything that you got that was not a 6, you could roll those dice.
You roll again. Anything that failed, you roll again.
You would roll
but
again.
They don't explode. The 6s don't explode on that one.
So it might be an idea to roll it, see what happens, and then edge it if you need to see whether or not you're close, and then
how many dice are you? How many dice are you rolling?
6. No.
You're rolling
Where
11
does it tell you
dice.
that?
You're rolling 11 dice.
Yeah, 11. Sorry, yeah.
So you'll literally be
So-
you'll be still rolling 5 dice to try to take out the driver. I would do it, and then edge it afterwards.
I
Right,
would.
okay.
I would. Don't forget your. I've put your smart gun on the pan system. So use a simple action to activate the wireless and get an extra 2 dice.
That would make your wireless accessible though, via your pan must be out of range by now.
I don't know what the range for a pan is.
Yeah, it must be way out because even the noise is going to take it out, isn't it? Even
No,
if you-
because it's only for
Okay.
background, isn't it?
It's up to you. You can turn the wireless on and get that'll be +2, so you'll be down to -4.
Right.
I would go for it, Billy Bob.
Yeah,
It'd
okay.
be a hell of a shot if you do it.
Right. So, normal roll.
Yeah. So roll it, and then when it comes up to situation modifier, put it in -4, because it should
Right.
be
So
-6.
I'm rolling 11 dice.
Yeah, and then situation modifier, put -4.
Oh,
No, it's all right. Just hit your gun. Oh, you could take that one if
Right.
you want. That's 3 successes. You could just hit your gun thing, and it'll come up with situation modifier, and just put -4 into it.
right. Okay. That one. So, right. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Situation.
-4,
4.
and then hit it.
Hit it.
So
4
you
successes.
so you got 4 successes, okay, and you've got 3 ones. So you can, if you wish, edge that and roll 3 ones again.
So how would I edge that?
So you'll just take a
You,
point.
you
of
just
edge,
take off your point of edge, and then you roll the 3 dice again.
or you could say, "I'm happy with 4 successes. I'll do it." You've only got 1 point of edge.
I don't use the edge anyway, so this would be a good
Okay,
opportunity
so
to use
so,
it.
so yeah, so just roll, just,
Famous last words.
so just roll 3 dice.
So in normal roll, yeah?
Yeah, just roll 3.
3.
And you're looking for 5 and 6s. So you get another 2 successes. So you actually get 6 successes in total. So
I'll
that's
take it.
hang on, that's against mine. I get 1 success. So I get 5, you get 5 successes. So 15p. So let me just roll my let me find it. Let me just find my soak roll. Is it -3, isn't it? 1. So you lean out the window, you activate your smart gun, you lean out the window, you focus it in so the crosshair on your eye and the smart gun line up, and then finds the head of the driver and goes beep 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 beep, beep. And you just pull and you just hope, you wait, and then it goes beep, and you just go like that, and the bullet goes straight through the glass, shatters the barrier, and just pops this driver in the head, and it just sort of like swings off to one side. Okay, Fhaze.
Can I take the smart link off? No.
You will be able to do next round because it takes an action.
Right,
to do.
okay.
Fhaze and Carrot.
I think we should just go to the door, and because I can't do any spells outside, because whatever spells I do outside are going to get wiped instantly as soon as I go through the barrier.
Correct.
So it's not like I can even pretend that we're cast physical mask on us.
And you
pretend that
can't
we're
even tell me, you can't tell who's in there.
No.
You can't ask, right.
because I can't see through. It's opaque, if that's the word.
Correct.
So I can't see anything. It's like looking through a blank wall, like staring at a wall.
Okay, I'm going to push open the door, and I'm going to have a look either direction
Still
to
nothing
see whether
there.
or not there's anybody in the corridor.
Still no
Pizza
one there.
delivery.
Out of game, quick question in Wills.
Mm.
If I want to cast magic, do I have to have? Do I have to have nothing in my hands,
No.
or can I have? So I can-
It's not like Dungeons and Dragons. You can actually have things in your hands. Some people say you do incantations and you wave your hands around, but technically, a lot of mages just sort of like the paraphernalia of going wah like that. But really and truly, you don't actually need. You can just
Don't
go
need to.
and
Cool.
cast the spell. Hence,
In that case,
hence why the majority of mages are actually knocked unconscious.
Okay.
Because technically, that mage that was blindfolded, if he could astrally project and astrally percept or project, and you had a weapon focus, he could have actually cast something like a stun bolt down your weapon focus that would have blasted out. And that's why the majority of people they keep unconscious because of this situation.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'm going to draw my pistol as well because I don't want to give away that I'm a mage.
Okay,
and I'm going to dispel combat sense because I'm going to lose it in a second anyway. And that way, he doesn't know that I'm a mage when I go through the door. That's my plan.
Yeah, apart from if he was sensing you, he would be able to read your aura.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm banking on that he's not going to immediately do that when we go through the door.
Okay, guys, is that all you two want to do?
I want to. I mean, can we get right up to the door?
Well, you can move your movement, which I think you'll probably be able to get there. Sorry, is it in feet? Hang on.
It's in feet, yeah.
There you go. Hang on. There you go. You've been there for quite a while so far, so you could probably...
Oh, sorry, I can't. Are these meters?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
no,
I can...
hang on. It's the scale's wrong. There you go. Should each... Yeah, that's better.
Cool, yeah, we can get there. In that case, I'm going to get my pistol out.
Okay.
First time you got it out, isn't it?
Yeah, not fired it at all yet. I haven't got any dice with it either, so it's just another option.
Can't get it on top of... Well, let me put 2 on 1. There we go.
Oh, my back.
Cool.
Okay, what are you two doing? Are you just stood there, or
I want to switch to AR mode, and I want to.
I thought you were in AR. Were you in AR mode already? I think you were. You came in AR mode, weren't you?
No, I had to switch down to AR mode so that I could
that's
jack
what I
out,
thought.
and then I rebooted.
Yeah, so I presume you're in AR mode.
No, I'm checking AR now. I want to look for devices inside. I want to see whether or not I can get a general idea where this transponder is.
Oh, you're just searching the matrix. You're not inside the host or anything. Yeah. So roll your matrix perception then. Yeah,
2 6
it seems to be there.
Is there any other devices in that area in the room?
Not that you can perceive, but of course they might be hidden.
All right. I'll check for hidden as well then.
Okay, roll it again.
Whilst he's doing that, I'm just keeping an eye on the stairs and the door.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
absolutely fine. No, there's no hidden devices or anything like that at all. Okay, Big, back to you in your car with your lady friend. Okay,
so this time I'm going to be looking around to see if there's any other cars coming up on us.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything at all. She looks over to you. She's driving at the same time. She goes. She says, "Fancy lunch?"
Yeah, why not?
She says, she looks at you and says, your place or mine?
It's good of yours.
Yeah, because there's two of them people like yours. It might be a little bit bad, mightn't it? Okay, so
I think she might be a bit upset when she sees the bunk beds.
Okay,
You're on top, I'm on bottom.
we're back to Fhaze and Billy Bob.
Cool.
Carrot.
Yeah, Carrot and Billy Bob. Carrot and Fhaze.
Leave me alone.
I've just got images from what's that film? Big? No, not Big. The Tom Hanks film where he
Big.
He's a child, but
Yeah.
He takes that woman home. He just jump on the trampoline and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got that going on in my head now, but with two orcs instead.
Yeah, Fhaze. So back to Fhaze and Carrot. What would you like to do?
Are we going to go to advance to the door then, and you unlock the door to get in?
Yeah,
I just rocked
I mean, we'll go up to the door, and I'm going to have to do this in AR mode, so I'm just going to jack into the maglock and see whether or not I can pop it open.
Yeah, so you need to hack on the fly then.
Just checking where we've got our tokens. That is the right door, isn't it? I can't tell anymore. Because you've got a white line going over them.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll move that now for you. There you go.
Am I -2 because of the AR mode? Is it?
Yeah.
In that case, I want to make sure that I'm standing. So if you're looking at the door, I'm standing on the right hand of the door, but with my right shoulder against the wall, so I can cover the door and the hallway. I'm assuming there's nothing behind me, just the end of a corridor.
Yeah,
There's a car in there.
There's a car in there. Yeah.
Apart from the car, I'm just ignoring that. I'm assuming I'm hallucinating.
Yes. You get your success on it. You should be like Jade and get like 3 successes in one go. That would be really cool.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Can I control device and open it?
Yeah, unlock it. Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, nice one. So you hear the lock go open. And Billy Bob, as you see or hear that lock go, you hear in the car, you hear this, and you notice that there's a small hole in the driver's side window, and Handbrake, who is driving, looks down, and she seems to have a bullet or a patch of blood slowly oozing out of her shoulder. She sort of like, she says quite a few swear words. She goes shit, 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 and she slams on the brakes, and she sort of like looks at you and says, you have to take it. And she starts to move over to your side. She obviously wants you, Billy Bob, to drive.
Right, okay. So obviously I'm going to have to slide on in there.
Okay, so you slide over the top of her, and she slides underneath. There's a bit of friction as you go.
Too soon.
Swap places. She's bleeding quite profusely now, and she unhooks the glove compartment and pulls something out and sort of like whacks it onto her shoulder. And she looks at you and she says, "Drive, you idiot!" Like that, and you sort of go, "All right."
Second.
Just roll a vehicle test for me, please. This Fhaze and Carrot, this door is unlocked. So.
Okay, I'm assuming Fhaze is still in full whatchamacallit limp mode, but Because I'm thinking the door's
No,
unlocked. So
I'm not.
he's
I
not
went
in-
in. I
he's
went
in-
in
yeah, he's
AR
in
mode, so I
AR
can
mode.
just.
Okay. Well, in that case, as soon as I heard the door unlock, I'm immediately through the door
Okay then.
with gun up, ready to either throw magic or shoot someone. Because I'm thinking that the door lock's going to have gone, so whoever's inside is going to have heard the door unlock. So they're going to know something's going on.
Okay, you should be able to see what you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what they can see.
Yeah, I presume. So, Billy Bob, you go, and the car goes like this with your one success, and you just hear Handbag goes, shit, like that as you go, and put it into
Grinding gears.
yeah, and she sort of like she just sort of like says to you, clutch, as you go like that, and you sort of like
Mirror signal maneuver.
Sure. Carrot, you go in with your pistol out, scanning the area. It doesn't seem to be anything that you can see.
Okay. In that case, as I'm inside the magical barrier, I can cast spells again, I assume?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to cast armor on me this time.
Cool.
No situation modifiers. Force 2.
How does that work?
What, armor?
No, I mean, if there's a thing around it.
It stops. Stops you
it's when I
going
go
in.
through.
So
When I
now,
go through, it strips the spells off me.
Oh, okay. So once you're through it, it's like, screw you, hippie.
yeah,
Yeah, more or less. So that's 2 successes. So that's an extra 2 to my armor.
yeah, that's absolutely fine.
And I'm going to make sure I've cleared the door as I've done that as well, so that Fhaze can come in after me.
Okay, Fhaze, what you do?
I'm going to come in. I'm going to draw my gun and activate the smart gun link on it as I come in. I'm going to send a subvocal message to Carrot saying, "Can he check whether or not there's anybody alive in those rooms?"
I can't see through walls actually perceiving, can I?
No.
Then no, I just send back an answer saying no, because otherwise I'll have to go into astral.
You'd have to
Whatchamacallit,
project. Yeah,
I'll have to project, but if there's a mage in here, he's going to see me anyway.
correct. Yeah. Billy Bob, can you just make your driving skill, please?
Yeah.
Corner coming up. Oh, 2 successes. You just
Getting better.
you just look at her and said, "Watch this, baby." You actually pulled the handbrake a little bit too soon, and you sort of like go, "Whoa!" overshoot it, and you notice that she sort of like gets pushed up against the side as you go around, but you manage to correct it again, and you shoot off down. You're gaining on the Firebird car in front of you.
I'm gaining. Wow.
You're gaining
Okay.
on the one that you're racing against.
Better than what she is.
Well, she had issues trying to go through the narrow gaps. You're on a nice straight and narrow, and you've got bigger feet for the pedals. Okay. Yes, Carrot and Fhaze, what would you like to do?
I'm going to move this way while sweeping, turning that way to make sure I'm looking, because I'm assuming that's a wall. I'm
Okay,
going to
then.
look for
So
move further into the room.
yeah, so as you
Still
get
scanning for anyone.
as you get there, then a shot comes flying towards you. So can you make your dodge roll first?
Dodge roll. 3 successes.
Okay, I get 2, so it shoots out and a bullet fires out and it misses you and sort of like resounds, hits the place behind you, and you notice that in this area there is. Oops, let me just put this.
You ran away.
There appears to be a Firebird gang member.
Cool.
Okay, guys. Initiatives, please.
What time are we playing to?
I was going to try to finish the adventure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Because otherwise it'll be, if that's all right with people, because otherwise
I'm
it's going to be
happy.
a weird time to sort of like stop. Because you're very close to the end of it. I just sort of think it'd be better to stop and then start again.
Can I use Edge to go top of the...
Yes, you can do. You can burn it off,
Cool, I've marked that.
which will give you 12.
Cool.
Because you don't
So I
need
just want to make sure.
you don't need to be ahead of Billy Bob because he's not actually in the turn order.
I just want to make sure I'm ahead of
Yeah, no,
the Firebird chap.
that's absolutely fine. So make sure you take that edge off. Okay then.
Yep,
So
cross it off.
Billy Bob, can you just make a vehicle handling check?
Too far. Okay. Oh my.
Yeah. You're doing. You notice the Firebird is slowly moving away, and Handbrake turns to you and says, "Clutch." And you just go, "What?" And you press the thing down, and she actually leans over and goes like that, and almost like puts it into fifth. That's it. You know, and you're sort of like, it's got 5 gears. Now I know. Now I know. So there you go. Onwards and upwards. Okay then. So we're Carrot. You are up.
Cool. I'm going to, although I've got my pistol in my hand, I'm going to blast this guy with a power bolt. Confuse the hell out of him.
Okay, a power bolt. So remember, he resists that with his body.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you hang on before you roll anything. Are you planning on taking him out with this shot? Because if you think about it, you have to do 10 physical damage to take him out with this shot with your power bolt. So you need a net of 10 hits
Okay.
to actually take him out. Now he's going to be resisting against it. That's why I'm just giving you a prior warning here. So if you actually want to take him out, then same with the stun bolt. You would have to do 10 net hits. So
but with the stun bolt, wouldn't he be resisting it with his willpower?
He will resist it with his willpower, and it'll be
Which a
stunned
ganger
down.
wouldn't have probably as high willpower as he would, unless he was a mage.
But what I was saying about is that the force of the spell that you roll, because you really want to be getting as many hits as you possibly can at this point, if you're going to blast him out of it.
Okay. I can always edge afterwards as well. And I can use reagents to go above my normal limit of 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll still cast my power bolt.
So what force are you casting it as?
I was going to cast it at force 4, but then use reagents to break it higher. That's right.
Yeah, to what?
Probably force my max, so force 12.
Okay, so how many dice are you rolling?
With those ones, it's like...
So it'd be your spell
14?
spell casting plus your magic, won't it?
Yeah, and then I get an extra 2 because it's a combat spell, so I'm rolling 14 dice.
Cool, and then you
And then I can edge after if I need to.
4, and you're bumping it up with reagents to 12.
My max.
Yeah.
12.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. And then cross off your reagents.
Yep. So that's 8 reagents.
So you get that gives you 6 successes.
Yep.
Okay, hang on. So you actually take 1 box drain on your stun, don't you? Are you edging that? What you
I will be. Sorry, hang on. I'm just doing other things as well.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got 8 dice that didn't get success. So you can edge it and roll 8 dice.
Yep. So
Four,
that's my 10.
So that's 10. Is this power bolt? So I'm resisting it with my body.
Yeah.
So I get 1 success. So that's 10 successes. That takes it down to 9 success. So he's 9 boxes.
Cool.
On his physicals. So he's now at minus 3. Brilliant. Okay then. So now Carrot. I'm sorry, Fhaze. What's your reaction?
My reaction is 3.
3. Okay then. So we're rolling at the same time. So we'll do twin reactions. So what would you like to do?
I'm heading across the room to this door here.
That's a window.
Is this a door?
That's a window.
Right. So where was the transponder coming from? I thought it was
Here.
this area. Oh, that area. Right. Okay.
And you should be able to see a door there.
Right. Okay. Right. In which case, I'm going to come to this corner and go around and shoot that guy.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, 2.
1 success. Oh no, sorry.
I get 1
3
success.
successes.
You
Yeah.
get 3. So I then what is it? Minus 5
On your
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armor penetration. Yeah. 3 successes. So that's you would have done 2. You would have done 6. I'd take out. So he would take 3 stun. And he also drops 5 of his initiative, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so now he's at minus 4 to hit, and he was on 11, which means he will now be on 6. Okay, which actually means he will operate after you, but he still has his action. Because if you remember, he was going at the same time.
I would have moved.
Yeah, so he actually still gets a minus 6. He doesn't get a minus 6. Sorry, he gets he does get a minus 3 for this one. Because he won't get that wound until the end of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he still gets his shot at Carrot. So he gets minus 3 for this shot. He gets 4 successes on you. So dodge first. That's a 0 success.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 11p he's coming in with you at. So you now roll your soak.
You don't have any armor penetration. 4.
4. So 11. That takes it down to 7p. So you take 7 boxes of...
Can I use an edge, please? Or have I already used it for this time?
You can... If you have another edge, you can use another edge.
Okay, I'll do that. And then I roll. Is that 11 dice?
Well, you did 14 altogether and you got 4 successes, so it'd be 10.
So 10, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, roll those 10 again. 2, so that's 6. So therefore, I was doing that at 4 to 7. So you take 5 physical boxes, and then your attack comes off. That's done the stun, so he's down at minus 4, and then that's everybody finished for that round. Okay, Billy Bob, driving skill.
Does Carrot's damage do physical damage rather than stun damage?
5.
Correct. He did a power bolt. So you're actually, both of you are actually tapping away at opposite
Yeah.
wound conditions. Oh, Billy Bob, 5 successes.
Oh yeah.
You are actually closing. Let me just roll mine. You are actually closing so much on this car. I get no successes at all. So you're actually pulling up alongside. You do that stage that going like that towards the finishing line. Okay. Let's change initiatives. That was Billy Bob's 10, by the way.
Oh, so
yeah. So I've done yours. Yeah, I've done yours. That's all right. I will actually get around, won't I? Because I'll change. So the gang will actually get around. That'll be 6. But if I change my initiative, I'll be -4. So Carrot, you are up.
Cool. I'm going to finish him off, hopefully, with a power bolt.
Don't forget you got your wound modifiers now.
Yeah, they should already. I've already put it on, so hopefully they're already there.
Yeah, so that's cool. You 5 successes. Let me just roll my
microwave hot dog.
Yep. Like microwaving a hot dog inside.
Yeah, so he has no successes on that, so you take 5. So you literally blast him out of the area, and he is deaded. Okay, Carrot and Fhaze, what would you like to do?
I want to go and listen to this door, see whether or not I can hear anything. And then, is it locked?
No, it's not locked at all.
Okay, I'm going to push it open.
Yeah, it's open, and Satnav appears to be unconscious and tied up on the bed. You also, just out of interest, there on the table, just in front of you, Carrot, is a box that seems to be roughly the same size as what would have gone into the container.
In the car.
Yeah, in the car. And there seems to be a rolled up, almost like poster or like blueprint next to it. It's all rolled up.
Is the box closed, or is it already open?
The box is shut.
Okay. I don't really, after my last experience of opening stuff, I don't really fancy opening it just in case it's a bomb.
You could probably unroll the poster thing if you would like to see what's on there. Okay, so
as long as Fhaze has told me that the room is clear that he's looking into, apart from Satnav, I will do that.
Okay, so
quickly
you unroll the blueprint, and it's a blueprint of something that obviously goes into a car. It's all connected up, and you sort of like look around, and it says something like Speed Demon on it, and underneath it says Yang Industries.
Cool. Do I have the camera on? Billy Bob's got the camera, hasn't he?
Chi Yang, he was called. He's the guy from the
restaurant
from the first clicking chopsticks, the one that he was hanging out with his girlfriend. His dad wanted him back.
I will pick up the blueprints and shove them in my trench coat pocket, so we've got them at least.
Are you picking up Satnav? Fhaze.
Can I see whether or not I can bring him round with my first aid?
Yes, by all means, roll your first aid.
Thank you very much. I shall take my
use this.
Billy Bob, roll your vehicle.
I shall take my first aid kit out, and I shall activate the wireless on it and attach it onto Satnav and see whether or not I can diagnose what's wrong with him and bring him round.
Go
Whilst
for
that's
it.
happening, can I check this room, please? Because I assume it's a bathroom. Because there isn't a
Yeah,
bathroom in the flat.
I'll-
I just want to make sure it's clear.
I'll reveal it for you.
Dum, dum, dum.
There you go. Bathroom.
And it's clear. There's
Does he-
nobody in
Yeah,
there.
nobody in there. Tom.
Cool. I shout, clear!
What are my modifiers?
What does it modify to?
Cyberware, magic, location.
Has none. It's inside a house. I would just roll a normal roll. Yeah, you managed to bring him around. He seems to be just sort of like almost like a chloroform drug that has been used to knock him out. There's no physical harm done to him, but he seems to be as if he's been sort of like something's been put over his mouth and he's sort of like been knocked unconscious like that. Billy Bob, you swerved the car round for the last bit and press your foot on the pedal and actually just by the little snick actually get the four-wheeler car over the finishing line before the Firebird goes there.
Can I open this box?
Yeah,
I dive to the other side of the room.
it just has two little click-up catches and shows you to keep it up. There seems to be a metal box, quite solid, with a whole load of connectors on it, and you can see over the top. There's engraved in the top. It just says Yang Industries.
Okay, we'll take it with us.
Cool.
Okay, so
sorry, can I just say I message Clutch saying got sat nav and a little present for you.
cool. So you sort of like get out of this place and head back to Rusty Rosie, and Billy Bob drives up. You meet at a certain location, that downtown garage again, as you were where you were before, and you notice that as you all arrive, you sort of like arrive in Rusty Rosie. And then all of a sudden, you just see you just see Billy Bob sort of like drive in with this snazzy sports car with this chick next to him, and he sort of like turns to her and sort of like says, "See you later, babe." And she just goes, So you managed to exchange good. What are you keeping or what are you handing over?
I want to
I'm
keep this
gonna-
car.
You can't keep
Shall we-
Handbrake's car.
Can we give them the engine part?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say anything about the blueprints.
Okay. So you hand over the engine part, and obviously you hand over sat nav as well. And he actually gives you a grand total of 3,500 credits each, which is 200 more than for actually going and getting sat nav for them, which he's pleased about. And you quite happily take your goods back to your apartment. Billy Bob is there combing his hair because he's got a hot date tonight. Carrot and Fhaze are busy looking at the Yang Industry blueprints. When all of a sudden, without warning, Billy Bob, you notice somebody suddenly arrives in the apartment, and you remember him from when you were in the sewers. His name, he's a mage, if you remember, that actually supported you to get out the tunnels at the end. And you've already told Carrot and Fhaze about this guy. And if you remember, he's the one when you had to go through the tunnel. And he sort of like suddenly arrives astrally and manifests himself and says, guys, he says, I'm here to warn you. He says, you're getting it in a little bit over your heads here. He says, you know, all these routes you're going down leads to one outcome. Do you really want to pursue this?
Ooh.
my head immediately snapped to this, because obviously it's another mage, and I don't know too many mages, but they're pretty rare.
I'm actually assuming that you all remember the thing in the sewers, and that you've been brought up to date with that. So assume that you actually know what went on there.
No, I do, but I'm still paying attention because
I'm just
it's another mage.
I'm telling everybody, including Fhaze, so everybody knows what to do.
What do you mean we're getting in too deep?
He says, he says, you all stop or prepare to get yourself into very deep water.
Well, unless we know what we're doing, we don't know whether or not we're getting any deeper into it or not.
There's a sudden, your doorbell goes off. It goes, and Jacob sort of like looks, that's the name of the mage. He looks around and he drifts off and through the door. And a second later, he comes back in and he says, who's ordered pizza?
Oh, no.
And we will leave it there.
I immediately run and put the armored vest on, or whatever it's called, flak jacket.
Well done, guys. Billy Bob's got a chick.
Yes.
We're all about to be blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, just like we're to end each night in a quickest way as you can, because Chuggerwugger's about to fall to sleep, I can tell. Can you just say where people can find you on the interweb? Okay, Chuggerwugger, off you go.
I'm Chuggerwugger. You can find me here on Tuesdays or hanging out in Will's stream where I moderate.
Cool, and down below me.
Oh, excuse me, yawning. Just perfect time to yawn. Hi guys, I'm Longshanks EPG. You can find me at. I do have Twitch, but I'm not streaming at the moment. But please check my channel out. Anyway, at Longshanks EPG and Twitter the same. Otherwise, I will be in Will's channel most of the time he's streaming.
Excellent, and down there in that far corner, Big Beastie.
I am Big Beastie. I haven't streamed in a while, but I am literally going to start streaming very soon.
Like now?
You can right now. No. You can catch me in this channel on a Saturday and any other time when Inwills is streaming. On Saturdays, we're playing D&D.
Yeah.
And if you're in my channel, scroll down and I've got all the links to everything else in there so you can hit follow, subscribe, and all the rest of that.
Fantastic. So thank you guys for hanging on into to the end of the adventure tonight. I really do appreciate it. It's left the adventure. Billy Bob has a girlfriend. Carrot has more pizza. And Fhaze just is
going to bed.
He's going to bed. Okay, I hope you enjoyed tonight's session, guys, and I will see you all later. And until then, I only have to say one thing. Have fun, guys, and I'll catch you all later. And until then, consider yourself well and truly waffled. Have fun, guys. Bye!